You're listening to the Alty and Sale Sports Show.
Good morning and welcome to the 13th of January Alty and Sale Sports Show. My name is Kevin Thompson and coming up on this week's show, the football referee's view on the new law on offside for this year, Altrincham football's fans' view on the season, post-match interviews from Timperley v Alderley Edge North Hockey Premier Division match, and match reports on squash, rugby, ice hockey and badminton. If you have any sport reports or news that want to be included in the show, here are the ways you can contact the show.
Contact the show by email altyandsalesport@gmail.com, Twitter @AltySport, Facebook Alty Sales Sport, telephone 07973 678 425.
Football report.
Altrincham's game against second place Telford was called off on Saturday after continuous rain on Friday night and Saturday morning made the pitch waterlogged and unplayable. Altrincham play next on Tuesday night against Stockport Sports in the Cheshire Cup at the J. Davidson Stadium, and they're back into league action on Saturday away to Oxford City. With the season halfway through stage, I got the view from the fans of Altrincham and a steady bridge match on the season so far, and this is what they had to say.
Right then, beginning of the new year, I got all you beginning of the season asking about the team, and you said round about Christmas you'd be able to tell if the strength's good enough in depth. What do you reckon now then?
Well, I think he has strengthened the side well now. We've actually got some competition for places with people like today. There's no place for Densmore or Walshaw in the starting lineup, which we wouldn't have dreamt about a few weeks back. So hopefully that's going to be a good sign, and we can push on from here, because a lot of the other clubs at the top are losing games, and nobody's really running away with it.
Quick view on the ex-Man United Premiership players playing today?
Yeah, well, I think obviously it's a good thing that he's a local lad and he actually wants to be here rather than he's just seeing out his career. So I think he's obviously going to be a bonus for us, yes.
Well, the signings that they've made over the last 2 or 3 weeks have been left back and central defence have been looked the part, and of course Danny Higginbotham's signing this week really has brought an extra buzz, I think, and I think makes it look good for the rest of the season.
At the beginning of the season you were saying you'd look at it again at Christmas to see where the team is in the league, the strength of the squad, and where might be at goal to the end of the season. So now, it's first week in January, near the top, squad has been strengthened. Positive thinking?
Certainly, yeah. I think as far as the season so far, it's been a bit inconsistent, and any team that can string together a decent run of results can certainly win this league, because there's nobody that's running away with it as it has been in the past 2 or 3 seasons. So there's no reason why they can't actually win the championship this year, although obviously I think most Altrincham supporters would accept a playoff place.
I caught up with Altrincham's new signing Danny Higginbotham and asked him what his experience is like playing in an international game. This is what he had to say.
Yeah, international career, playing in Gibraltar. How was that experience been for you?
It was unbelievable. We played Slovakia in the Algarve, and it was a great experience. I didn't know what to expect when I got there, but the professionalism of it was excellent, and then, like I say, getting out there, the way that we were treated was absolutely brilliant. You can see that they're trying to do everything the right way, so they can get things right on the pitch. And like I say, the result that we got against Slovakia was great, and I guess it made a lot of people sit up and take him seriously, which is great.
Big thank you to Danny there for telling us about what it's like playing in national team. Next on the Alty and Sale Sports Show, the latest on our local teams in rugby and squash. That's straight after this break.
You're listening to the Alty and Sale Sports Show.
Having a party? Why not hold your celebration at Timperley Sports Club? Having a birthday, wedding or anniversary? We can cater for up to 100 guests with a late bar by agreement. Our function room is available for corporate, business presentations and sports days. Included is the use of our sports outfield and floodlit five-a-side pitches. Contact Simon or Jane at Timperley Sports Club on 0161 980 4397. Celebrate your party at Timperley Sports Club.
Looking for a local friendly restaurant for your meal this Christmas? The Little Italy in Timperley has menus to suit all budgets, ideal for your group or small office Christmas party. Weekly specials and a Christmas menu are now available. All meals are homemade and we are now open lunchtimes. Our early bird menu includes a starter, main course, dessert and a glass of wine for $17.95. Available Monday to Thursday 6 till 8, Friday 6 till 7 and Sunday 5 to 7 p.m. Sunday traditional roast beef dinner is also available 12 to 2 at $6.95. We're now taking New Year's Eve bookings, 4 courses and a glass of champagne for only $39.95. To book a table for your night out, call 0161 980 5987. Happy Christmas from everyone at the Little Italy.
Get your advert produced and broadcast on the weekly show. Starting rates from as little as £25 a week. Contact Kevin on 079 736 78425.
Contact the show by email altyandsalesport@gmail.com, Twitter @AltySport, Facebook Alty Sales Sport, telephone 07973 678 425.
Welcome back to the Alty and Sales Sports Show. Next is our local news from the rugby teams. Sale FC continue to put the pressure on leaders Huddersfield in the National North Free Table with a 45-13 away win at Fairwood Waterloo on Saturday. They stay 7 points behind the leaders in second place. Sale scored 7 tries, going into half-time 33 points to 8 in the lead. Chris Mayer, Jonathan Keep, Ben Stelmazek, Jack Morehouse with 2 tries, John O'Donnell and Henley Platt with the try scorers. Trafford MV, our other local team, had their North Lancs Division Watch match against St Edward Old Boys postponed due to the waterlogged pitch. But this Saturday sees Trafford MB, who are now in 4th place. Trafford MB need to win on Saturday to keep up their promotion challenge. Sale back into league action against Morley on the 25th of January. Our local teams went back into action last week after Christmas break in the North West County Squash League. Division 1 champions and top of table Bowden beat local rivals and bottom of the table Brooklands by 20 points to 2 to keep them 37 points at the top of the table in front of second place for Gold Park. This Tuesday sees Bowden face a tough away match at third place to Northern, who will be out to give Bowden their first defeat of the season. Match report and interviews from this match will be on next week's show. Next on a sports show, the football referee's view.
Contact the show by email altyandsalesport@gmail.com, Twitter @AltySport, Facebook Alty Sales Sport, telephone 07973 678 425.
Referee's report.
The referee's view this week. We've got Rob Byrne, our local referee, discussing a couple of points. First point was the Newcastle v Man City match. So first of all, good morning, Rob.
Morning, Kevin.
Right, Rob, this goal what Newcastle scored but was disallowed. Can you just explain why it was not allowed and also which law it comes under?
Right. Well, this was law 11 offside, and what it says is a player who stood in an offside position, which is nearer to the goal than the second last defender, shall be deemed offside if he's interfering with play, interfering with an opponent, or seeking to gain an advantage. So, the referee and his assistants will have discussed how they're going to deal with this before the game, because you need to bear in mind that they've both got different angles. And it's quite difficult when you're on the line. You could be up to 35 yards away from the middle of the goal to determine if somebody stood in front of someone, because you're 35 yards away. So there's 2 ways that the referee and his assistant can deal with this. The referee can ask his assistant to, where he considers that a player is clearly interfering, where he's satisfied that a player is interfering with play, put the flag up, and then the referee can then decide whether that was the correct decision from his alternative and probably better angle. The problem with putting the flag up is that if the referee decides that a player isn't interfering with play, and then the referee gives a goal, there's a risk of all hell breaking loose. The defenders will say, hey, referees give offside and you haven't, what's he there for, blah, blah, blah. So the alternative is that the referee can say, if there are players in an offside position, but you're not satisfied that they are interfering with play, keep your flag down and then I'll make the decision. And if necessary, I might need to discuss what happens with you. So stand your ground, and if I look at you, perhaps there's a signal arranged between us, I might have to come over and chat to you about it. As I say, it's all about angles, and the lad on the line is going to be difficult to determine who's stood in front of who from his position. The referee should have a much better view on that. What happened yesterday is that a long shot came in and there was 3 players in an offside position. The player, if you like, furthest forward and more offside than the other 2, I think he was called Goofon. He was wide of the goalkeeper and not interfering with play. But as I said, it's about whether the assistant was able to judge how near or far away he is from the goalkeeper. The second most offside player, is in a similar position to Goofon, further out but wide of the goalkeeper. So I think the referee can see that he's not interfering with play. The player that's causing the referee the problem is the third player who's offside, the one who's only just offside. He's just at goal side of the last Manchester City defender. He's the one that's causing the problem to me. The shot comes in, it goes through a range of Manchester City players and this player, this what I call the third player, the one who's just about offside. Now he's the one that the referee is interested in. He knows that he's in, or he thinks he can see that he's in the line goalkeeper's vision. So he never gives the goal, and if you look, before Manchester City have appealed, he's looking straight at the linesman. The linesman stood his ground. He knows there's players in an offside position. He's not gone running back to the halfway line to indicate a goal. So I actually think that Man City are appealing against the 2 other players being offside, but as I say, they're irrelevant. So he goes over to the assistant and he says, right, that player who stood in the middle, is he offside? The assistant confirms he is in an offside position. The referee then considers that that player is interfering with play because it's too near the flight of the ball, and he asks the assistant to indicate offside so it's clear then to the crowd why the goal's been disallowed. Now, I think it's harsh because, having watched a few replays of it, I'm not satisfied that player is actually interfering. But what you need to bear in mind, all this has happened in a split second. The referee and the assistant both know that the players are in offside positions, and the referee, having been guided that he is in an offside position by the assistant, has decided that this third player, the one who's just off the back of the Manchester City players where the ball has come through, he's the one that's interfered with play, so they've disallowed the goal. I think it's harsh, but I can understand why. Now, just when talking about things going round and coming round, I don't know if you remember in the last game, City conceded a goal at Swansea just before half-time that was deemed to be offside. So whereas City, went against them at Swansea, I think they had a bit of good fortune yesterday.
You're listening to the Alty and Sales Sports Show.
Having a party? Why not hold your celebration at Timperley Sports Club? Having a birthday, wedding or anniversary? We can cater for up to 100 guests with a late bar by agreement. Our function room is available for corporate, business presentations and sports days. Included is the use of our sports outfield and floodlit five-a-side pitches. Contact Simon or Jane at Timperley Sports Club on 0161 980 4397. Celebrate your party at Timperley Sports Club.
Looking for a local friendly restaurant for your meal this Christmas? The Little Italy in Timperley has menus to suit all budgets, ideal for your group or small office Christmas party. Weekly specials and a Christmas menu are now available. All meals are homemade and we are now open lunchtimes. Our early bird menu includes a starter, main course, dessert and a glass of wine for $17.95. Available Monday to Thursday 6 till 8, Friday 6 till 7 and Sunday 5 to 7 p.m. Sunday traditional roast roast beef dinner is also available 12 to 2 at £6.95. We're now taking New Year's Eve bookings, 4 courses and a glass of champagne for only £39.95. To book a table for your night out, call 0161 980 5987. Happy Christmas from everyone at the Little Italy.
Get your advert produced and broadcast on the weekly show. Starting rates from as little as £25 a week. Contact Kevin on 079 736 784 25.
Contact the show by email altyandsalesport@gmail.com.